All right, Terri, Vaughn.
Yes, ma'am.
How's it going?
Good.
Welcome to Iconic Chronicles Magazine and 89.5 FM in the Bay Area.
Thank you, thank you.
And it's also cool to be talking to a Bay Area native, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, ma'am. Born and raised in San Francisco.
That's what's up. What part of Frisco are you from?
Hunters Point.
Oh, shout out. You know, my family is Sam Jordan's over there on 3rd and Galvez.
Okay, cool.
How did you get into acting and break out of the Bay Area, you know, from Bayview, Hunters Point, onto the global scene?
Actually, when I was in college, I went to Cal State Hayward in the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. And I had a friend that was recruiting girls to participate in a Miss Black California pageant. Uh-huh. And so me and some of my other friends, me and another girlfriend actually did the pageant. And one of the judges in the pageant was a producer who was casting for a play that was getting ready to tour the country. So after the pageant was over, he asked me would I be interested in auditioning for the play. And I did. I went, had no idea what I was doing because I never even thought about acting as a career or knew nothing about it actually. But I went and met the director. They gave me material to read, and I did, and they offered me a part in that play. That was my first acting gig. We were rehearsing and performed at the Black Repertory Theater, and then we went on tour. That tour lasted for about 2 years.
Wow.
And that's kind of where I got bit by the bug while I was on the road, and thank God that the director traveled with us because he introduced us to the craft of acting and introduced us to the godfather and godmothers of acting, the Stanley's and Uta Hagen, and so I just started studying it, and I loved it.
Tell us a little bit about honing your craft, and because you're funny, you do comedy, you can do drama, you can present all these moods. How do you craft that?
Well, you know, it's based in reality and just recalling or remembering and re-experiencing things from your past, things that have happened to you. And I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I'm so grateful. And his name is Paul Roach.
Okay.
Definitely a Bay Area staple in the theater world in the Bay Area. I'm so grateful to him because he really taught me and introduced me to the craft and wanted to learn more and wanted to read everything that I could. And from that moment on, I never stopped reading, and I still read the same book over and over again to this day. Wow. And I teach from those books as well.
That's what's up.
Definitely. It's just like if you're going to be a doctor, you got to study it. You got to study the craft.
Right, it's a practice.
Exactly. So it's the same thing.
So going from stage plays to sitcoms and the way that plays are live versus, you know, television is filmed, talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, actually, when I was on the Steve Harvey show, we did film in front of a live audience. Okay. So it was a lot like being on stage, and the difference is of course, you have the cameras there, and if you mess up, you get to do it over again.
Right.
But still being able to perform in front of a live audience, there was nothing like it. There's definitely a huge difference in film, where because there is not an audience. There's just the crew and the camera people and the director and producer and, you know, you and your actors. And if I have to say, if I have a preference, my preference would be television because of that, because of the pace of television. It's a lot faster. And I like, my energy is more fast-paced than it is, you know, slow and drawn out and take after take after take after take after take, which you have to do with film to get all the different coverage of one scene. I'm definitely more geared toward television, if I have to say, if I had a preference, television or stage.
Okay. Well, you stay on the grind. You got that Bay Area hustle out there doing it big. What do you do in between, like films and movies? Do you look for plays? Do you just
I am actually in rehearsal right now as we speak for a play called The Kink in My Hair.
Okay.
And we are opening up September 6th here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's an amazing piece. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. It's an impactful, powerful piece based on several women's lives that hang out in this beauty shop. And we delve into each of their issues and what they're going through in life and finding joy and peace and releasing hurts and pains. And it's a really, really powerful piece by Trey Anthony. She's been doing this play for 13 years. She wrote it, she performed in it, and she's from Canada. So it premiered in Canada years ago, and it did amazing for years, and they made it into a television series in Canada. So now she brought it here to the States, and I'm excited to be a part of the cast of that. And then besides that, I have my production company, Nina Holiday Entertainment, where we are creating and producing television and film products as well.
All right.
So that, between all that, and I have an acting school that I teach out of a lounge that I opened up here in Atlanta.
Your positive attitude and your workmanship, it makes for a natural born mentor that has lived and had some experiences, which is part of the role that you're playing in the new award-winning film inspiring drama.
Yes.
Life, Love, Soul.
Yes, ma'am.
And so tell us about your role and tell us about how that's naturally just you anyway.
Yeah, and you know, it really is, because when I first read the script, of course it was a uber low-budget film project. So they did it for like pennies. So it definitely was not about the money. But when I read the script, I was like, oh my God, I love this character, because like you said, I'm definitely a mentor through the foundation that I have based there, Bay Area, Take One Foundation, where we mentor a lot of young girls, 13 to 18 years old. So when I read this script, it touched my heart, being able to play this mother of this teenage girl that is, you know, I'm a strict mother, a single parent, raising her. She's on the right track. She's getting great grades. And I really put the pressure on her to keep her in that vein. And she ends up getting pregnant by her boyfriend. And, you know, as a parent, I'm all up in a lie about it. And to be able to portray this mother of this teen that is pregnant, it was just a no-brainer for me. It was written beautifully. I love the message of the film. You know, this young kid who's forced to go live with his father who he doesn't have a relationship with after the death of his mother and brother. He's forced to go live with his father. And watching the dynamic of that relationship, of them trying to get to know each other, and this father trying to pick up the pieces where he dropped the ball with his issues that he's having. And this young kid meets my daughter in school, and they fall in love in high school, and they end up getting pregnant in high school, and they're both very smart. They're both college-bound, and just us dealing with this issue as a family. It was very powerful.
Awesome and amazing. And adapting that to that role from your real life, coming from, you know, a tough place, how did you develop a winning attitude and keep that? And kind of, what did you have to change about yourself to go forward also, to grow, to make it to where you are?
No, really, I mean, my mom was an amazing woman. She raised me and my sister, you know, without help. Well, I help from my family, but not having a father in the house. So her raising me and my sister in her pointing, you know, that what kind of area that is. Right. And being able you know, it was just she really instilled in us that we had to get good grades. And I really think that was our saving grace, because as much stuff that was going on around in our neighborhood, and as much stuff that we even, you know, played around with and got involved with, not always making the right decisions, but always at the forefront of our mind, no matter what, we knew we had to bring home good grades. We knew that we wanted to go to college. And that came from my mom. We just wanted to be successful women. You know, I've always looked up to my mom as being beautiful and handling her business and being a mother and working 2 jobs. And, you know, we always see her doing this, and I just never wanted to disappoint her. And the only thing that she asked of us was to get good grades so we could have a good life. You know, that was the one thing that stuck out all through my teenage years. Okay, well, I got to get good grades. I got to study. You know, that was always very important to me. No matter what, I got my studying in, and then maybe I would go get into some little trouble or whatever. But I studied for that test first before I left out.
That's what's up.
And I really think that was a saving grace for us, that we had something positive that we focused on, and that just was embedded in us. And that one positive thing kind of changed or impacted the decisions that we made from day to day.
Right. Hey, what was it like working with Noel Calloway?
Oh, he's an amazing director. And just, I was so happy that they brought the project to me, and they chose me, and they saw me in it, because like you said, most people know me for being comedic and being funny, which I love. But the funny thing is all through my training, like taking acting workshops and honing my craft, I was always given the heavy stuff, the real emotional, heart-wrenching stuff in class. So even though that's not what I was known for, you know, once my career got going, I was happy that this guy was able to see through that and able to see that there's more substance and there's more emotion that I am able to tap into that would serve the purpose of telling this story. So I just commend him, and I thank him for it. And he was an amazing, easy, breezy director to work with.
Oh, wow. And you're also on here with Tammy Roman. So how is the reality star switching over to acting? How are those chops going?
You know, the funny thing is when I met Tammy and knew her before the reality show, and I met her in our business. So I knew that she was already a part of this business and pursuing acting before I saw her on that reality show. And to be honest, I was actually surprised when I saw her on the reality show. Like, oh, hey, that's Tammy. Okay. So then when I showed up on set and found out that she was actually the one that was playing the mother, I was like, okay, wow, that's definitely interesting. But when I tell you that the girl put it down, that she was so powerful and impactful and truthful, and real in her role, I was like, this is what she needs to be doing. You know, I can't judge people for doing their reality shows and getting on their grind or whatever. But she's really a great actress, and I just hope her being on the reality show doesn't, deter or affect negatively her opportunity to be an actress, because she's really good as an actress.
Wow, big up to Tammy Roman.
Yeah. And you guys will be surprised. She's really good in it.
That's hot. And living legend Valerie Simpson, solid as a rock.
Right. I met Valerie a few years ago. She has a bar, not a karaoke bar, but a lounge in New York where a lot of famous people show up and they sing. So I met her out there, and when I found out she was a part of the project, of course, she's an icon.
Right. And this is set for release coming up here in a few days on August 27th.
Right.
The DVD
Out on
release.
DVD. Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be at Walmarts and nationwide at digital outlets, and including iTunes.
Yeah.
So,
and you will not be disappointed.
Hey, we need to get this, and shout out to the RBC Film Group for putting this out.
Yeah. Yep. Always grateful when that people get behind you and support the craft, and especially such a great and powerful, impactful project. Given all the the stuff that we see on TV is not really a lot of stuff with substance. So I'm just grateful that they picked this up and, got behind a project that says something, that has a message for us. And also the acting is amazing.
That's what's up. And I want to shout out to the other cast members, Chad Coleman, Jamie Victor,
yeah.
and Robbie Tate Brickle, who's the newcomer breaking in the game. So shout out to you all, and it's been a joy and a pleasure talking with you this morning, sis.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any last words of motivation for the Bay?
Just know I never forget where I come from. I love the life that I've been blessed to live, that I am living. The home is always home, and I encourage everyone to live their life to win. And when you win, we all win together, and just don't forget where you come from.
That's what's up, and we want to help push your foundation and your school and get that word out. Tell us the name of that and the website information.
Yeah, Take Wings Foundation is the foundation that I have based in the Bay Area. I've had it for like 15 years now, and we work with underserved, underprivileged teens growing up in at-risk communities and in the foster care system. It's an amazing foundation, and to get behind, you can go to takewings.org. It's TAKEWINGS.org. And the Green Room, which is based here in Atlanta, you guys can actually check out the website and see what it is that we're doing. thegreenroomatl.com.
That's what's up. You have a wonderful day. Keep getting your hustle on, and blessed love.
Thank you, honey. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.